COCO Gauff is one of the biggest stars in tennis. But when the cameras stop rolling, there is one part of her life she has always tried to keep away from the spotlight. Her relationship. For years, fans knew almost nothing about the person closest to Coco outside tennis. Then one name started appearing again and again, Jalen Sera. But who exactly is Jalen? How did he become part of Coco's life? Why has Coco been so protective of this relationship? And perhaps most importantly, what do we actually know about them? And what is simply internet speculation? Today, we're separating the facts from the rumors and taking a closer look at COCO Gauff and Jalen Sera's surprisingly private story. COCO Gauff's life has been anything but ordinary. At a young age, she became one of the most recognizable athletes in American tennis. Grand Slam victories, massive tournaments, global attention. Coco has experienced almost everything the sport can offer. But while fans have followed almost every part of her tennis career, Coco has consistently tried to keep one area of her life more private: her personal relationships. And that's exactly why the story surrounding Jalen Sera has attracted so much attention. The relationship was kept relatively quiet for a long time. But over the years, Coco gradually revealed more details. And eventually, Jalen's identity became public. So let's go back to the beginning. Who is Jalen Sera? Jalen Sera is an Atlanta-based artist and aspiring actor and musician who has largely stayed away from the celebrity spotlight. That is actually one of the interesting things about his connection with Coco. Coco is constantly surrounded by cameras, reporters, tennis fans, and major sporting events. Jalen, on the other hand, has maintained a much lower public profile. Reports have described him as someone interested in acting and music rather than professional tennis. And that difference may actually be one reason Coco has appreciated the relationship. She has previously explained that having someone outside the tennis world gives her a different perspective. Instead of talking about rankings, tournaments, and match statistics all the time, she can simply talk to someone who understands her as a person. That can be incredibly valuable for an athlete living under enormous pressure. Their connection goes back further than fans expected. Here's one of the most surprising details. Coco and Jalen didn't simply meet after Coco became a global tennis superstar. Their connection reportedly goes back to Atlanta. According to previous reporting, Coco's mother, Candy, taught Jalen when he was in 4th grade. That means their families had a connection long before the relationship became public. And Candy reportedly remembered Jalen positively, describing him as smart and nice. It's a fascinating detail because it makes their story very different from the typical celebrity relationship. This wasn't simply two famous people meeting at an event. There was already a connection to Coco's hometown and family. When did they start dating? Coco has indicated that the relationship began around 2023. In 2024, she described it as her first serious relationship and said they had been together for more than a year. That timing is particularly interesting because 2023 was an enormous year for Coco. She was dealing with growing expectations, major tournaments, and eventually the biggest breakthrough of her career. And during the 2023 US Open, Coco famously revealed that she had spoken with her boyfriend before the final. She explained that they talked late into the night before she went to sleep. The next day, Coco went on to win her first Grand Slam singles title. That moment gave fans their first major glimpse into how important emotional support could be for her during huge matches. Jalen wasn't part of the tennis world. One of the things Coco has emphasized is that Jalen is not a tennis player. And that may actually be important. Imagine being COCO Gauff. Every day, people are talking about tennis. Your ranking, your serve, your forehand, your losses, your victories, your next opponent, your Grand Slam chances. Having a partner who isn't involved in that world can give you somewhere else to focus. Coco has previously talked about appreciating that fresh perspective. It allows her to have conversations that aren't always about tennis. And sometimes that separation can be exactly what an athlete needs. Why did Coco keep the relationship private? This may be the biggest question of all. Why didn't Coco immediately tell the world who her boyfriend was? The answer is actually pretty simple. She wanted to protect part of her life. Coco has repeatedly explained that although she is comfortable sharing some things with fans, she doesn't believe everyone needs access to every part of her personal life. That philosophy became especially clear when she spoke about keeping certain parts of herself private. And honestly, that makes sense. When millions of people follow your career, privacy becomes difficult to find. So Coco appears to have drawn a line. Tennis? She'll share it. Major victories? Absolutely. But her relationship? Only when she feels comfortable. When did COCO publicly confirm Jalen? For a long time, Jalen's identity was not officially confirmed by COCO. But that changed in 2025. During a Bose promotional video, COCO listened to an audio message from Jalen. His message was supportive and affectionate. After hearing it, COCO confirmed that he was her boyfriend. She also revealed something else. It was their 2-year anniversary. That was a major moment because COCO herself was confirming what fans had been trying to figure out for years. And notice something important. Even when COCO confirmed the relationship, she still didn't suddenly turn her private life into a public reality show. She revealed a little, but she kept a lot to herself. So now I want to hear from you. Did you already know about Jalen Sera and COCO GAUFF'S relationship? And what do you think about COCO's decision to keep her personal life so private? More importantly, do you think keeping that part of her life away from the spotlight helps her stay focused on tennis? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into COCO GAUFF'S life on and off the court, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because COCO's tennis journey is far from over. And as the next major chapter approaches, we'll be here covering every important update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.